In the meantime, we put out brand new Fox polling last evening showing President-elect Trump entering office with some low approval ratings. We find 42% of Americans with a favorable view, 55 unfavorable. So let's see where we are with the American people. Byron York is watching that. Chief political correspondent, Washington Examiner, and Fox News contributor. And Byron, good day to you. Based on that number, the next president has his work cut out for him. Go ahead and start there.
Well, we have seen a lot of polls, including this new Fox poll, that show Donald Trump with very high unpopular numbers, and people disapprove of the way he's handled himself during the transition. So that has led to a lot of stories. We've all seen them that say, you know, Trump enters the White House the most unpopular president in history. But there's a couple of things to think about here. One, Trump has always polled unpopular, even as he was moving toward winning the Republican nomination and even as he was moving toward winning the general election. So he seems to be unpopular in a winning sort of way. And the other thing, the New York Times' Nate Cohn wrote about this morning. It could be that there's something about Trump's appeal to Americans that isn't really caught in the traditional polling questions, because at the same time a lot of these polls are showing Trump being unpopular, they're also showing majorities of Americans are optimistic about the next 4 years under Donald Trump. They think he's going to improve the economy. They think he's going to lead the country in the right direction. So on the one hand, you have these unpopular numbers, and on the other hand, you have these optimism numbers. And it could be that the optimism numbers are more important for Trump as he tries to get that agenda through Congress.
Well, let me show our viewers that, by the way, the former House Speaker Newt Gingrich and his wife Callista going into the Capitol building there a moment ago. You're going to see a parade of folks throughout the day. On that optimistic note, Byron, let me show our viewers what we found on the economy. 66% of those we surveyed are optimistic, and you compare that to January of last year and the January prior to that. If you take a deeper dive into that number, you find that is a majority among Republicans, among independents, and among Democrats. So what do you make of that as you analyze that?
Well, certainly Democrats and the Obama administration would say that the economy got a lot better under Barack Obama, and Donald Trump gets to inherit a better economy. And there's no doubt that Donald Trump is inheriting a much better economy than Barack Obama did in 2009. But we also see a lot of support. New Wall Street Journal poll out a couple of days ago asking what Americans think is the most important thing that Congress and the new president should do right now, not a year from now, not ever, but right now. And number one was keeping American jobs in the United States. That was, you know, basically the platform of the Donald Trump campaign. And I think Trump comes into office with a lot of popular support for his main campaign agenda.
Thank you, Byron. Byron York with some analysis
Bill.
there leading off our coverage. You bet we'll talk again real soon as the images continue to flow across your screen here in Washington, D.C.